Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. It is 9:40 p.m. where I am. So, how are you? Good evening, wherever you are. Comment below with where you are or what time it is there. And welcome. So, I decided to come on Instagram today because I've been live on Facebook for the whole week. So I thought I'd come this side and share some of the stuff I've been sharing, just different things every day. I am on self-isolation. This is day 7, and actually I am feeling better today, a lot better than all the other days. I'm on antibiotics, and there's a backlog, so there's about 40,000 people that are still waiting on a COVID test. So that will come, whenever it comes. And anyway, so I thought I'd come here and just, hang around with you a little bit. So what time is it where you are? What time is it where you are? Anyway, I'll just jump straight into it. So today, what I want to be sharing, hey guys, I'll just be saying random waves. So what I want to talk about today is having a plan for success. Since a lot of people are at home and working from home, and with the kids as well, the kids are at home as well, so that it puts that kind of mix, and a lot of people are maybe a little bit overwhelmed with the whole situation, even though you might be working from home. But yeah, it's 23:40. All right, well, whoop whoop, you're still up. Hey, Kaz, I should say. All right. Yeah, so having the kids at home might throw you off a little bit if you've been working from home and without them, because they'd probably be out. And if you've never been working on home, wow, there's so much news today. Actually, let me just jump on it as well. So I was listening to the news, the 6 o'clock news, and I tell you, I literally got goosebumps, and I have eczema, so when I'm too stressed, I kind of flare up. So I could feel the flaring coming on, so I actually had to put on a very strong eczema cream because I was itching so much because I just got so stressed. I mean, things are ramping up everywhere. People need to be serious about it. But anyway, today is not about that. It's just about helping everybody that's at home and working from home. Give you some tips. So number 1, you need to have a schedule. You need to have a schedule to be successful. So before first thing first, wake up, make up your bed. That is, you and the kids wake up and make up your bed. Comment below, tell me what time it is where you are. It is 9:43 p.m. where I am. So you need to wake up, make up your bed, dress up, get dressed, brush your teeth, the kids and you, everybody. You don't need to put on fancy clothing, but everybody is nice and fresh and ready to start the day. They are kind of setting the tone. And then your schedule. You need to have a schedule to be successful, peeps. If you've been working from home already, you might be doing whatever you want. Even when I was working from home, before going to work, I needed a schedule, even for myself without kids. So you definitely need one of those. So you're gonna have to write it down and put it on the fridge, depending obviously on how old your kids are. Then they can read and they know what time, their snacks, what time is lunch. And hey, 5:43 where you are, have you had your dinner yet? Have you had your I'm just saying, I lost my train of thought. Write it down on the fridge, and the kids will know what time their snacks are. They know what time lunch is. They know what time you are working, right? So if you have younger kids, obviously you might need to make your schedule revolve around maybe nap time and that kind of a thing. But then if you have older kids, your schedule might need to incorporate homeschooling. Especially right now, I think most parents will be homeschooling with, lockdown in some areas, isolation, quarantine, all that is happening. It's really, really, really hectic. So you need to have that plan in place. Either way, young kids or older kids, and it also means your kids are less likely to interrupt you when you're working, and also you won't forget to feed them. Okay, so number two, the use of a digital babysitter has to be very, very strategic. So that means the TV and those tablets, for the kids to be using them all the time, we know that it's not good at all. And for it to be effective, it needs to be used, very limited, especially when times when you really need to get your work done and you need them to be quiet. So it proves to be most effective at that time. But if the digital babysitter is always on, it has no effect at all when you actually, need a bit of help from it. So that's another one of my tips that I have. And number three, my voice is still a little bit funky, even though I am getting better. But my voice, after a while of talking, it cracks a little bit. So limit those. And number three, use your early morning or late at night to do your serious work. That's your deep thinking work. So you're going to wake up, and get it done before they get up, or you're going to once they go to bed, and then there's quiet time, and you're going to get that done. It's a little bit easier getting important things done that way, and you can focus more, because then your focus isn't split, in between, the kids and the work. And then what usually happens is you never really get either done. You're babysitting on one side and you're doing your work. You never really get a productive day. Yeah, and another one, I heard this term called divide and conquer. So that means between you and your spouse, you're going to divide your time up. If you don't have a spouse, maybe if you have a helper, you can divide the time so that it works, effectively for the family. Otherwise, if both of us aren't really, effective in these rules we're trying to have for the week, nothing really is going to happen. So divide and conquer. And another one, this one is my favorite actually. It's one of my favorite. Take breaks throughout the day, 5 to 20-minute breaks. So that is when you are working and when the kids are doing their thing as well. Everybody needs to take a break. So just a break for them to do something else. Hey, and for you to do something else. So that's mighty important. Important, and it helps them with their focus as well. I find it helps me also with my focus. And another one is take a break so that you can give the kids some attention. So you cannot be working the whole time, and they cannot be concentrating on whatever it is that they're doing the whole time. So you need to give them undivided attention. So this is throughout the day. So you'll have, those breaks that everybody's doing whatever they want, and then you need to have those breaks where you have undivided attention on them. So those are my tips. So if I can just recap real quickly, you need to make a schedule. We'll write it down on your fridge. The older ones can read it. And number two, it's the use of a digital babysitter. You use that less and less and less. Number three, you can use your early mornings or your late evenings, to your benefit, because then that's when you can focus more. So leave the things that need more focus for those times, and then take breaks. Those breaks are very, very important. All right. So that's it for me. I'll be back here again tomorrow. All right. Thanks for watching.